claw now reached to strike the hero, but battle-hard forearms deflected the blow. Beowulf sprang up and caught the demon fast in an armlock with a grip of iron. That force of evil shook him weak willed. Fingers cracked as he tried to flee. He was captured and cornered. There was no escape. Beowulf's men drew out their swords, but to no avail. They could not know no man-made weapon could damage Grendel.
Then an unworthy wail arose. A savage scream fair. Everyone felt it. Beowulf bestowed a deadly wound. Sinews sprang asunder, bone blocks burst. Grendel's lifeblood spilled up from his shoulder. The arm had been torn off, sinew from bone, and out he fled, painfully hurt. Oh, out through the fens to his forsaken lair.
Beowulf was granted the glory of winning. He had fulfilled his promise to Hrothgar. The proof was there, high in the meat hall. Grendel's whole shoulder and arm were hanging, that death-dealing hand for all to see.
Well, other end, okay.
We're the middle
I
of
thought we
it.
changed it, but then I changed
it back.
Okay, changed it back, my bad, sorry.
No, good.
Dawn broke, and both Danes and Geats saw Grendel's gory
So this is everybody on stage now, everybody with all the puppets.
to the swamp.
Damage.
Damage.
You can't, so it's gotta be Amy and Beth that are gonna be the Danes here.
Wait, me?
You can't either.
No, I'm getting into a big costume.
Who are we gonna have to be the Danes and the Geats then? Dawn broke and both Beth and Ralph.
Tor doesn't have time.
Tor doesn't have time, Amy can't do it, Suzanne can't do it, it's Beth and Ralph, right?
Yeah.
Yep, okay. You gotta keep going.
Damage defeated and now death.
When she stands up when as soon as Leno's all climb up goes off.
Let me see, where do I have it coming back in? Yes, that's right. So where should we take it from? Dawn broke again.
Dawn broke and both Danes and Geats saw Grendel's gory trail to the swamp. Damaged, defeated, and now death drowned. Hell
That's because they're Beth and Ralph.
Hell had claimed his heathen soul. The jubilant warriors gathered in Heorot and gazed in awe at his severed limbs. Beowulf's feat was admired and praised. No man was more silent than Ulfr. Hrothgar praised God for Beowulf's victory.
My God Almighty, be thanked for your deed. We've waited so long for this success. In spite of our efforts, our best were defeated. Now, Beowulf, you will be my own son. There's nothing you wish that will not be yours. Your story will be told throughout the ages because of what you have done here today.
I fought fiercely, fearless of Grendel, but God did not grant me the power to hold him. I wanted you to see him vanquished, but he escaped, yet bought his freedom dear. Hand, arm, and shoulder he left here.
Now the people came together to help Hrothgar host a royal banquet. Friends sat down in fond friendship, sharing many goblets of mead. Hrothgar presented Beowulf with a precious sword, both a work of art and a token of honor. He showered gifts upon that hero and rewarded those who had journeyed with him. And Wealhtheow gave him a beautiful torch and wished the prince a lifetime blessing. Then the poet woke the joy of the hall with music and tales of days gone by. Applause filled the hall and the feasting continued.
This is gonna go much faster than this, you know what I mean? Yep.
But that- she told the tale of Finn and the Ephesians when Cnaf, king of Danes, met his death.
But isn't she supposed to be out there during the song? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, anybody who I would be holding would be out there during the song.
I'm just, that's okay, let's keep going. Yeah, just keep going with the song.
Queen Hildeburg had no cause to trust the Jews. She thought of them as evil warring brutes. Her husband Finn ruled all the Frisian land, a southern tribe of Jutes at his command. Her brother Hanaf, the mighty king of Danes, the northern Jutes joined all his fierce campaigns. Still unknown to her husband and her brother, those Jute tribes were in blood feud with each other. It came to pass that Hanaf sailed the seas to honor Finn and forge a treaty of peace. Finn's Jute men rose in fury when they spied the northern Jute tribe at King Hanaf's side. King Finn tried in vain to make a truce, but furious feuding warriors were set loose, and great King Hanaf's life was swiftly lost. Both warring armies paid a heavy cost. Hanaf's warriors slaughtered blameless Finn. Alas, the vengeful battle claimed his kin. His son was run down in the murderous fight. The Frisian hope and Queen Hildeburg's bride. The conquering Danes bore Hildeburg back home, bereft of husband, brother, and her son.
Good, Suzanne.
The poem was over. Applause filled the hall, and the feasting continued. But how could those warriors know their fate? As night approached and bedding was spread, an unknown
Stay there,
avenger
Debbie.
lurked in the swampland, and one man among them was marked for death.
Randall's mother.
You're supposed to be sleeping on the ledge now.
Sleeping. You're going Beowulf.
Beowulf's not there.
Later, Beowulf.
It was marked for
Beowulf
death.
and his
Okay.
men are not there, right?
Yeah, it's only Danes.
It's only the
right?
Danes. So it's Wolfgar, Ashope, and Asheric.
Yeah.
No, he's the one with the removable head.
Where's the one with the removable head?
He's on the other side now.
So do I listen to that whole thing, or am I already gone?
I think you can leave after the poem is over. Now you can leave. Applause filled the hall.
How about, okay, what about we take any
Yes.
Then we don't have to continue a party.
Okay, so there they all sleeping, there they are. That when they go to sleep, make their heads face the opposite direction. And we do have a little bit of an anachronism with Suzanne singing and the show over here singing, because in theory, Suzanne is the show, but I really like how it looks. It looks so great to have you there strumming along. Let's just ignore that and let it be there. I like that. It's cute.
Oh, maybe Tor is really the show.
Yeah, there we go, that's it. That's it. But that's a really nice part. So just try to remember that after the song, we have to get these 3 Danes ready to go to sleep. We need to show, so you just lay him down after you play some, he's tired, he goes to sleep. We need to make sure we get this guy out here because he's got to have his head taken off. And Wolfgar's easy because he's, you know, a Dane all the time. He's never anything but a Dane.
Mary, how about we say, instead of that, what if we say applause filled the hall, because people will be applauding. So that, applause filled the hall, the poem was over. But how could those warriors do that?
Perfect, that's good. So we're not going to have feasting continue. That doesn't make sense. So Suzanne's finished singing, applause filled the hall, but how could they know their fate? Now they sleep, and now bad things are about to happen. So it's all good. What one man among them, read that.
And one man among them was marked for death.
Grendel's mother, monstrous hell-wife, grieved for her son and brooded on misery.
Nice, Amy, good.
She came to the mead hall on a savage errand, raging in ravenous resolve and revenge. She tore into Heorot, and the man woke in terror, panicked, confused, and for the fear of her life, she seized a noble, gripping him tightly, grabbed Grendel's arm, and loped back to the fen.
And there's still
need
need
to
to
wake those up.
Yeah, there still need to be public here, so you can't just place them and leave. You have to stay and have them wake in terror. But that's okay. Let's keep going. I think we can't get bogged down with that.
Now the old king, the grey-haired warrior, was heart-sore. Noble Asher, his chief advisor and best-loved friend, was dead and gone. Beowulf was not at hand, at rest with his kinsman and other lodging, unaware that terror and sorrow had returned. Beowulf was quickly brought to Hrothgar, to where the wise king wondered, after such woe, if the tide of his troubles would ever turn.
My sorrow has returned to the Danish people. Asher, my right-hand man, a restless, murderous demon has slain him, taken up the feud to avenge her kinsman. I heard it said that 2 such creatures prowl the moors, and in the near, a few miles out, a fearful place where water burns, a hunted deer would stand there and die rather than die beneath its surface. That is no good place.
Wise man, do not grieve. It is always better to avenge loved ones than indulge in mourning. Each one of us waits for the end of our life. Let whoever can win glory before death. This is the best a man can do. So rise up, King Hrothgar. We will find her lair. I promise you, she will not escape under cover. Not in the bosom of the earth, nor in the mountain forest, nor the bottom of the ocean. Go where she will. So bear your troubles like the great man you are.
With that, the old lord arose, reassured, thanking God for Beowulf's deeds. Hrothgar gathered a force of warriors and bent on revenge. They followed the hero.
Shouldn't you be the force of warriors?
I'm free now.
Yeah, you're the force of warriors.
The blood-red trail of the Hell Dam into the dark and shadowy swampland until they reached the churning water. It was a hard blow to each and every one of them when, at the foot of the cliff above the water, they came upon Asher's severed head.
Beowulf was ready, with no fear for his life. He was dressed in his war gear, a shirt of mail, hand-forged and fine-webbed to protect his bone cage. On his head a helmet of beaten gold, wondrously crafted in days of old. was adorned with boar shapes and resisted every sword. Not least among these mighty arms was a rare and ancient sword called Heruntine. It belonged to Ulfar. No thought now of his drunken rant, he gave it gladly. It had never failed anyone in battle. Beowulf accepted the precious offering and turned to address the Lord of the Danes.
Wisest of kings, should I fail and be parted from life while serving your cause, care for my comrades, my young retainers, and send to Beowulf the treasures I won. Let the king of the Geats gaze on that gold and know that I found a generous ring giver. To Unfer I bequeath my own heirloom, my beautiful, sharp-honed, wave-patterned sword. With Hrunting I win glory or die.
With these words, Beowulf suddenly plunged into the surging depths of the lake. Downward he swam until the guilty one who haunted those waters sensed his presence. Seal swift she lunged and caught him fast, dragging him to her demon den, until he entered some hellish turnhole where water would not touch him at all. He saw firelight, a glimmer of brightness, and the mere hag in all her monstrous strength. With a mighty sword, he swung his blade. Its wild war song sung in her head, but the crash-shining blade refused to bite. Hrunting's hard edge could not destroy her. The fabulous power of that heirloom failed. But Beowulf sought glory. He never lost heart. In fury, he threw Hrunting aside. He would have to rely on the strength of his arms, and so must a man to earn glory in battle trust in himself with no thought of his life. He seized her shoulder with the might of his arm. He threw her body in front of the cave. Swift on her part, she paid him back. Grappling him with a grisly grasp, she hurled herself on him and burnished her blade. Ere bound to avenge her soul-born son, the prince of the Geats would surely have perished, but the links of his mail coat protected and saved him. Her savage talons could not breach that armor, and he sprang to his feet to renew his attack. Among her battle gear he saw a blade, an enchanted sword forged by giants so huge and heavy that no one but Beowulf could wield it in battle, and forcefully strike. He seized the weapon and flourished it fiercely. He never felt fear, but took a firm hold and hit the hag on her hideous neck. A bold blow that broke her neck bone. It severed completely, and she fell to the floor. Beowulf had triumphed, his blade dripped gore.
A light appeared and the cavern brightened, like the sky when heaven's candle shines. He inspected the vault and found Grendel's body. Now the weapon would prove its worth. The warrior was determined to take revenge for every foul act that Grendel committed. Beowulf in his fury now settled that score and cut off Grendel's head from his body. The ancient sword that Beowulf was holding was melting like ice, all but the hilt. Its blade had dissolved and the scrollwork scorched from the poisonous blood of the fiend who had perished. The hero saw an abundance of treasure, and yet took nothing from that dwelling except Grendel's head and the jewelled hilt, and he brought back Unferth's ancient sword.
Nicely done. Well done.
Hrunting bore no shame in the battle. He swam to the surface with his heavy load. The wide waters were no longer infested, now that the evil one had let go of her life.
Really good, really good.
Back on the lakeside, the Hrothgar's counselors saw the bloody swell of the waves. They bowed their grey heads in sorrow for Beowulf. It was clear that the she-wolf had destroyed him forever. The sad shieldings abandoned the headland,
Take the head with you.
and the king went home, heart-sore and grim. But the Geats remained. They wished without hope to see their young lord and friend once again. And then Beowulf triumphant rose from the lake,
Nice.
bearing the massive head-stained burden. His thanes advanced, astonished to see him, thinking God he was safe and sound. All the warriors carried the head, the awful remains of the dreaded demon. But the hard work they did with joy, and lifted it high to bear it to Heorot.
Good, Debbie. Lifting it high is awesome.
The Geats entered the meat hall.
You're supposed to have gone off here. You're parading off and then parading back on.
To go, the jazz is downstairs.
Hi, Carol. You go around into the downstairs door. It's right down there.
Okay, so out.
The jazz is downstairs.
Yeah.
So you go out.
They say there's a line where I have no time to get my goals, but that's what it says, it's working. So I'm gonna put on that.
Well, it shouldn't be just like booking of some sort.
What, going gold regalia? She told me to take gold down.
Oh, but you read it the last time. Is it?
I know, but she told me after that to take it out.
No, no. That's all.
What happened?
It's gold regalia.
Yeah, gold regalia. If you can put it out.
out.
Let's just keep it out. One last thing.
The Geats entered the meat hall in glory, dragging Grendel's head behind them. A horror for the queen and company to behold.
Nice.
Beowulf, jubilant, brave in battle, came striding in to greet King Hrothgar.
Oh, that's right, you get to stride.
Yeah,
You're
Julian.
doing the funniest thing. You're yawning in real life and making your puppet yawn.
Covering it.
This is why we need that.
We totally need that.
That is so funny.
I was like trying to.
No, it's all good. It's all
In
good.
horror.
Okay, so here we are. We're joining horror. Da-da-da-da, right?
Venerable king, I bring you these tokens as a sign that the demons are vanquished at last. I brought back this hilt from the enemy's horde and avenged the evil done to the Danes, as was right and fitting. And this I pledge, O Prince of the Shieldings, you can sleep secure with your band of warriors in Heorot Hall. Now the world is rid of those god-cursed demons.
Then the rare hilt was handed to Hrothgar, wondrous work of the ancient goldsmith, engraved with the story of ancient strife when the flood destroyed the race of giants, drowned in a deluge as God's retribution. The king was inspired and stood to speak.
No, everyone hushed.
So let's
I was just waiting for him to stand. I hadn't cut that to him.
And he goes to go around.
and
We all go with
John, I
that.
don't think you have to read Ralph's whole speech.
Everyone hushed to hear his wisdom.
So now here's the wisdom. Everybody listen to
Take
it.
your peace and pride to the feast. Our treasures we will share and shower upon you.
Happiness was restored, the hero rewarded, and as dark night fell, he was glad to take his rest, until the black raven with raucous joy announced the sky's radiant brightness. The warriors rose quickly, eager to go home.
So now we leave.
That's
Not
confusing.
yet. It's very confusing.
That is a confusing line, because are they going to sleep for the night and then waking up? What they
That's what it
listen.
seems to be.
That's what
Yeah,
it
so
sounds
I think
like.
you should just put the lights down and back up again.
Yeah, and have them lie down. Have all the Geats lie down.
But then the
Like
next
you're
line is
sleeping.
Beowulf gives fronting back to Unfer.
Yeah, no, that's why either we switch it or
So it's a switch.
the order. Maybe he gives it back to Unferth before he lies down.
Well, you could just cut the line, the warriors go quickly, even to go home. I mean, if you.
Yeah, but doesn't scene 5 open with them on the beach, getting ready to get in the boat? Isn't that what's really happening?
That's what's really happening. So it is a scene change. So happiness is restored, the hero rewarded, then as dark night fell, so the lights are going down, he's glad to take his rest, until the black raven with raucous joy announced the sky's radiant brightness. So now it's coming to be morning, and now they're rising up,
Lights
ready
out,
to
and-
go
and
to
they're
the
home, and they
beach.
go to the beach, yeah.
So,
Is he wearing his,
if he wants to wear while he's sleeping, that's okay.
I wouldn't have them sleep, I would just take them off and bring them in going to the beach.
The confusing line for me is they're glad to take their rest. I mean,
Well, he's had a hard day. As dark night fell, he was glad to take his
just
rest.
quick.
Monsters
It's
in
just
the
quick.
water.
It sounds like when they down and sleep and then the raven wakes them up.
All that drinking.
That's what it
oh,
sounds
the
like.
raven's like a rooster.
So happiness was restored, then the hero is rewarded. So now we all fall to sleep, and then we rise early, ready to go home.
I gotta be here to get my sword back.
Right. So Ralph's last line is this.
It was.
Now take your place with pride at the feast, our treasures we will shower upon you. So that's the party scene still going on. Happiness is restored, the hero rewarded. Then as night fell, so we dim the lights, they're glad to take their rest. Until the black raven with raucous joy announces the sky's radiant brightness, and now they rise, and they're ready to go home. Scene change, full lights.
Beowulf gave Hrunting back to Unferth and thanked him for lending the precious heirloom, then went to take his leave from Hrothgar.
Gracious King, you have been good to us, but having come so far, we long for home. If ever you have need of me, I will act at once and come to your aid. I will carry with me a forest of spears to help you and earn your esteem. I know that my king, though he is young, will support me in this as honor dictates. If young Herethik, your son and heir, decides to come to the court of the Geats, he will find many friends there to help him.
Dearest Beowulf, you are mighty in strength,
You can
prudent
shorten
in
that if you
spirit, sensible in speech. You have much wisdom for one so young. If ever the Geats are in need of a leader, there is no better man they could choose for their king. My respect for you deepens with time, and with you have grown, and you have bonded two nations in peace, in the tract of friendship, spite of the hatreds we've harbored before. As long as I rule, gifts will change hands. I know your people will be steadfast in the old way.
Then the grey-haired Dane, that high-born king, kissed Beowulf and put his arms around him. So deep was the old man's affection for him that he began to weep sudden tears, knowing they would never meet again. Beowulf, glorious in his regalia, led his men to the waiting boat. Straining at anchor, pointing homeward. The Coast Guard gave them a warm welcome and wished them well on their journey home. For guarding their ship, he was given a sword,
Where are all these props?
a beautiful gift
Right here.
with gold inlay. In days to come, it would be admired by all and give him an honored place on the meat bench. The vessel left the land of Danes.
Where are all the warriors? I have nobody going up on my own.
They all died
Very well.
Sailing swiftly over the sea foam until they could see familiar cliffs. The wind lifted it home until it touched the gateway.
Good except I think,
Because you missed the boat.
yeah, I think you're getting great at the end. That was good. That was really good. I think people are starting to know. Let's take one moment before we go. Everybody, let's have a meat pup.
Can I